Hey guys, it's your girl Tower Crush back with another review, and this time it is for The Oval on BET. If you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you so very much. And let me apologize right away because I have no voice. Yes, I was yelling yesterday. Just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to say I was at a sporting event. Yeah, and I lost my voice. Okay. That's my story, and I'm sticking to my apologies. So my apologies for the hoarseness in my voice. Okay, so let's get right into this review. We did see Donald at the hospital, steadily making threats to the police officer. And he called Cal last week to come up to the hospital to, assist him and get in Lily. Now, we all know Cal just loves him some Lily, right? Yes, he can't get enough of her. Not. But, so, of course, Cal wasn't thrilled about actually helping Donald get his wife out of there. Because, remember, Donald's his boo. So, he goes in there and he tells the officer to come out. He flashes his Secret Service badge. The officer's like, yeah, well, she ain't going nowhere until the doctor releases her. Why did Cal hit him in the throat? Oh, man. I was like, that is so mean. And of course, Donald goes in there and pulls Lily out. Lily's, oh my God, what did you do? Shut up, Lily. Shut up, Lily. You do not care about this man like that. So Donald, of course, took Lily out. And he took Lily back to the house while he went to work. So Lily got herself at the house. Guess who she on the phone trying to call? Oh, no, you ain't gonna believe this. Guess who she was on the phone trying to call? Mother freaking Bobby. What you calling Bobby for? You already told him you wasn't going nowhere. Bobby's done with you, Lily. And I was so happy she was calling him. And she's like, pick up the phone. I'm like, you better not pick up that phone. And he did not pick up that phone. Family, the men on this show are starting to listen to me. They are starting to listen to me. Okay? Finally, my Bobby got him and grabbed him and said, I'm not answering the phone, Lily. So that made me very happy. So that was the last we had to see of her crazy self. Okay, so, and then we see Bobby sitting there talking to Max. They going back and forth. Max telling him, you need to leave that woman alone, talking about Priscilla. And he was like, she came for me and blah, 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 blah. But Bobby didn't even tell him that he chickened out and didn't want to do it. Yeah, so I was very, very, very excited to see Bobby, ditch her. But then we saw that Bobby and Max were into it, and they were arguing over who was the best. Well, just so happens to be the vice president was in the house talking to his wife, and his wife had some things to do, and she specifically requested Bobby to do those things. Now, somebody on my page, I'm not sure who it was, somebody said that it was going to be the vice president, the second lady, and Bobby getting it in. And I think I see that coming, but I think she wanted it to kick off like quick because she asked for Bobby, but then she wanted to stay in the house. She didn't want to leave right away. She wanted to spend some time with Bobby. Bobby was like, if you don't mind, I'm going to wait by the car. Because I'm going to tell y'all why he said that. He got a text from me. And I told him, I'm watching you, bro. If you stay in that house with that lady, you can forget about coming home. So I already knew he was going to tell her no. I already knew he was going to leave out of the house because he did not want it to look, away. So she was just kind of taken aback because, no, honey, it's not you. You are very beautiful. But Bobby is very distracted right now, okay? He had Lily that he fell in love with that just really doesn't love anybody but herself. And then he has, Priscilla trying to throw herself at him. And, that's a colleague's wife. And so he's just kind of like, I don't know what I want to do with that. But, and then here you come. He's just a little distracted. Give him a couple of more days. He's definitely going to knock you down, hun. And I may give him permission to do so because I don't like your husband. Okay, so moving right along. It was funny to me that Eli did question Simone a little bit about why she wanted to choose Bobby. And she said, well, every time Bobby comes in the room, you stick your chest out a little bit more. Yeah, you know an alpha male when he walk in the room. But Bobby's more like a Sigma. He's not an alpha male. He's got a quiet confidence about himself. He don't have to let you know that he's in the room. Yeah, we like a Sigma, don't we? I know I like me a Sigma. Victoria trying to get Hunter to get out of the bed. And she's like, do you not care what the news people say about you? And he's like, no, I don't care. Just like Trump didn't. I mean, the similarities are crazy, right? So she's trying to get him out of the bed, and then knock, knock, knock on the door. And they like come in, and it was Donald. Donald comes in and lets them know that they found Jason. Now, mind you, Hunter still believes that Donald and Victoria are behind Jason's disappearance. He still believes that they are definitely involved, and he thinks that this is oh so convenient that as soon as he lets them know that he thinks that they had something to do with it, whew, now here he comes. He's like, man, y'all got to do better. And Hunter couldn't be further from the truth. He couldn't be further from the truth, but you can't, once you got him convinced, it's over. He does cocaine. He doesn't deal in reality. So they might as well just go ahead and go with it. Like, okay, so yeah, this is exactly what happened, sir. This is exactly what happened. So he didn't really want to hear it. So, of course, Donald's going to send Amanda to get Jason out of there. Then we have Sharon and Dale, of course. They go to Kareem's. Kareem is not letting them in. Kareem is in there with his cousin and Barry's body. He definitely tells them to go away. Sharon's got a whole key, and she's like, I'm coming in anyway. She unlocks the door. He shuts it. And she leaves like, you know what? If I got a key, I'm coming in there. You're going to move away from the door. And when you do, guess what? I'm in there. I'm in there. What's that funky smell? Like... So it was just like I thought. He sent her away, and then him and his cousin, they basically went to start committing a crime by moving the body. You can't do that. So now he is culpable. Now he is guilty of something. He was tampering with physical evidence when he should have just called the police and said, look, there's a dead body in my house. I know the person. I don't know how it got here. You can look to see where I've been. That would have been the end of it. But no, not Kareem with his... Oh, he's such a wimp. He's such a wimp. It's kind of sad to see. He reminds me a lot of Calvin. And I really wish that he wouldn't do this to the light-skinned men on his shows. He always got the light-skinned men super soft. I'm like, stop that, Tyler. Light-skinned men are tough, too. Okay, so moving right along. We're going to go to Alan. And we definitely saw Alan and Alonzo, and they are, watching Jason. And Jason definitely didn't, he went to sleep, didn't try to get away or anything, but they were trying to get in contact with Sam because they don't know what to do with Jason, because they know it's a big deal that he is actually there. Sam didn't want to call nobody back because he was dealing with getting his butt beat by Bobby, and he was definitely taking a personal day. He took a personal night, and he was very upset or whatever. But he tells them, he sent them up. Well, Alonzo sent Sam an address, and I guess he told him who was there. And so Sam was like, "Get him out of there. They're coming in." And so they were trying to get him out when somebody busted in the door. They threw like one of those stink bombs or whatever, to try to flashbang something. They do something in there to try to get them to come out. But the one thing I wanted to talk about last is the most important thing that happened in the entire episode. Because like I told y'all, these men on this show are finally starting to listen to me. They are finally starting to look at, what could be best for me right now. Maybe I should be at Tara Crush's house. Maybe I should be with her since it's so much less maintenance and so much less drama. Because what did we see? We saw Priscilla talking cash crazy to her husband. Talking about, yeah, you got your ass beat. Talking about Bobby beating him up or whatever. And we already said that was a new low for Priscilla. Like, why would you even do that? That is your husband. And you were not happy that Bobby was beating him up. You were actually concerned because you know your husband is not 100%. But you want to play this doggone game. You want to invite another man into your husband's house to have sex with you in front of your husband. Like, I know you ain't that doggone crazy, Priscilla. But you are. And so you thought you was going to continue to play this game. And you told your husband that the woman that he married was long gone. The faithful wife, the sweet, caring, loving wife is long gone. And you know what he told her? He said, well, I want a divorce because I can't live with this simple B-I-T-C-H. She said, what did you call me? He said, you heard what I said. Simple B-I-T-C-H. But he didn't spell it out. He just said it. I was like, yes, Sam, you better say it. But now grab yourself. Grab your scrotum, Sam. Grab your scrotum because you deserve to do it. You did it, buddy. I was like, oh, finally. And honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you, Sam. You're shorter than your wife, right? But that actually gave you 3 inches in my book. You're 3 inches taller than you actually are because of the way you handled that situation. You said it's already found. I was like, oh, my baby coming home. Yes. The look on her face, she tried to play it off like she didn't care. Oh, honey, you care. Oh, honey, you care. And trust me, if you try to have sex with somebody in that man's bed and he kills y'all, he's going to get off. He's going to get off because that is what you call, a crime of passion. And you're doing it on purpose. So I'm so thrilled. So thrilled that he actually decided to divorce you. And I hope it goes through so he can come on home. Because he ain't got to deal with you. Because you know what? This series been on for 4 seasons. And we still ain't seen y'all do the oochie coochie yet. You ain't gave your husband none since this administration got in the White House. You ought to be ashamed. You ought to be ashamed. Yes, but you're not, are you? You still think you're in the right. Because he going to say he didn't have an excuse. I got an excuse for you, Sam. She wasn't giving you none. She was playing to the left. She act like your feelings didn't even matter. She act like your needs weren't important. That's why you fell victim. One time. Because you was out of line, honey. And then you going to let that man fight him. And not, you was out of line. And I hope he finds happiness. Well, I know he will if he comes home. If he comes home to me, he's going to be just fine, personally. You don't have to worry about it. And guess what? I will give him the babies that he wants. Well, my tubes are tied, but I can do artificial insemination and stuff. Yeah. So he will have a baby with me. So, Sam, it's been a long time coming. So, better late than never. And we did actually see Richard. Richard took his wife to the hospital because she was acting crazy. And he feels like she's been drugged, and she was. And basically, he told Sam that Barry is dead. Because the Raku told him that they killed him. And so, of course, Sam is like, he's like, if you don't do something, I'm going in there. What you gonna go in there for? Your son's already dead. Your wife done told you that your granddaughter's fine. Leave well enough alone, Richard. What are you going to look for? What are you going to look for? You're not going to find it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the body is with Kareem and his cousin. Rolled up in plastic and a rug and getting ready to be dumped. So, there's that. So, I don't know. This was a decent episode. Again, the best part of it was Sam asking for the divorce that he should have asked for a long time ago. I couldn't be more pleased. What you thought? Yes, my husband's coming home. So that was pretty much the episode, and I wanted to make sure I covered it because yes, I've never screamed so loud. He said, I want a divorce. I was like, yes! Finally, characters are developing. Finally, we're going to see something happen. Because if you ask for a divorce, that's a development. Like, you started out married, now you're trying to be divorced. That's like a change in characters, and we don't see that often with these series. I'm just saying. So I was very proud of Sam, okay? All right. But if you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you so very much. And if you are not the subscribing type, you know what? I get it. But you got to the end of this video, and that's more than I or anybody else could ever ask of you. Because you could have been anywhere in the world. But you was here with me. I appreciate that, okay? And that is my $5.02. Peace.